heading in the wrong direction completely. Yes. Where is everybody? Over here. They have to point me. That's all right. Yes. Well, Harvey Rubin, that's a perfectly wonderful introduction. I do thank you very much indeed. I'm not so sure I'd want anybody following me around all the time. It made me very nervous, and all I can say is honesty is the best policy, and all that sort of stuff. Well, anyway, that's aside from the mark. I think that more and more people around the world are getting concerned with the future of the world. We know that the world itself is kind of an endangered species just because of the people who have been doing the wrong things by it for so many years. And I think all over the world there are people who are becoming more and more aware that we've got to do what we can. And that is the reason why I value so much a place like Arch Creek, because it's as if you had put an anchor down here and we're holding on to something that we need to hold on to very much indeed. Because you have been able to establish Arch Creek, and because you have been able to increase all the local interest in it, and it's because it's become a part of your lives and you use it and all that, it is a place where everybody can come and learn about what can be done in all kinds of other places. You're doing it not just for Arch Creek or South Florida or even Florida. You're doing it for the whole country and even in other places in the world. Wherever we are able to do this kind of thing, it is a proof that something can be done, and that's why it keeps us all fighting. The Arch Creek thing has always meant a great deal to me because I have been convinced among everybody that it is very old indeed. It's about 7,000 years old, really, because that is the age of this whole area of the peninsula. Or just about 7,000 years ago, the last of the salt water ran off because the water of the seas are being taken up by the polar ice cap. So that this place in Marsville, this is really about 7,000 years old. And certainly the Indian was in North America long before that. So we can imagine that there have been Indians here for nearly 7,000 years, or certainly 6,000 years. So it's a very, very old location. And it means a great deal to all of us because we realize that people come down and say, oh, this place has no history. We have a long, long history that we can believe in and be aware of. As I say, I've always been enormously interested in Arch Creek, and it was a privilege to be able to work for it. I'm sorry we couldn't get the whole area, but we did what we could, and I think it's been a very happy arrangement, as I understand it, between the county leasing it from the state, if I have that correctly, and maintaining a great deal of it, and yet having an organization, a local organization for advice and a good deal of control and all that. It needs both. It needs the establishment by the state and the county to make it permanent, and it needs also a board, as you have an organization of citizens who help in the management of it. I think that combination is very important indeed, and I hope that I hope the two are cooperating well. I think they are cooperating well together for the best good of the area. Of course, I'm enormously interested also in the possibilities of the reestablishment, the rebuilding of the Arch Creek itself. I realize that is a tremendous undertaking, but we have promises that we hope the state can keep to get us started on it. It's going to be expensive, but I think it must be done if we want to keep up the traditions for the future of the whole past area. I hope that you will all be able to work for the restoration of Arch Creek. Well, the building's got to be done with with steel and all that sort of thing underpinning to make it so that it wouldn't fall down again. And it can be, and the original old rock can be used as a facing of it, so it will be as nearly as possible like the old, but will be guaranteed and strengthened for the future. And when you succeed in doing that, and we can all pledge our help on that, when you succeed in doing that, you will establish the claim of Arch Creek to be the most important conservation area anywhere around. It's a great state locale. It's a great place for all of us to come and enjoy as a proof of what people can do to restore and maintain what used to be for the future. So I do thank you for all your interest, and I certainly pledge my own continuing to whatever I could possibly do. Thank you very much for being here.